Hello everybody, we are going to do an interval HIIT training today. So it's going to be sets of 45 seconds and 15 seconds break. 4 sets in one cycle, so we'll have sets of arms, we'll switch to a whole cycle of legs, back to arms, back to legs, and then of course core sets. We'll have an interval timer going, which will count us down. And this will start in a few seconds. So set up your feet. Anchor point is where you're facing, and chin to chest, navel in, glutes are engaging, shoulders are down, and you're gonna get ready for a nice row here. Not too crazy to begin, and pull. Gradually getting into resistance here. So not too far forward with your feet to begin, so you have some time to feel into your core, into your glutes, into shoulder setting, neck stability. And then gradually you can add some resistance by moving your feet forward. Breathing out, 5 seconds. And this is the first interval. Time for a quick stretch. And we're gonna get back with the elbows high, ready to start the next interval, and pull. Pull those shoulders down and away from your ears. Keep the glutes and the abs engaged. Feel the feet pressing down into the mat. Last 5. And release. So we're thinking in seconds today. Just listening to the timer, to the gong. And we're going to do a bicep curl. Getting ready. And let's go. Make sure you stay in the resistance. Keep the contraction going at all times. Dropping your shoulders and feeling the length through your neck. And one last. And release. We'll have one more stretch down here. We're going to go back to the bicep, but we're going to hold the right angle. So get ready and find your right angle. And we're going to just lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, up, down, up, down. Feel the length between the heels and the crown of the head. And now switch to out, in, out, in, out. In, ribs are in, navel in, glutes are firm. Breathing through it. Last few seconds. And release. One more stretch here. And just a stretch now. So we'll have our 30-second rest time now, recovery time. which will give us ample time to get into the next position. So we'll move on to the legs. We'll do squats, we'll do back lunges, holding on to the TRX here. So let's just do a very slow squat, just to move into the squat position, and starting now. Just getting nicely set up, sitting far back, sit bones all the way out. And again, lots of core. You want to pull the shoulders back. There's a light pull on the TRX, not the whole weight hanging in there, but you want to have a decent amount of weight on your feet. So the balls of the feet and the toes will still nicely touch down. Now stay down and go up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, and down an inch. And release and come up. Shake your legs. We're going to go into a back lunge now. So step onto the left foot and get ready to go back. And far back with that right knee. Making sure you keep your pelvic crests on one level, not to dip to one side. Breathe and keep your shoulders dropped, rib cage connected. Check all the places, navel, pelvic floor. Last one. And shake it out. Getting ready on the second leg, right foot into the center, and we're gonna go slowly lunging back, finding a rhythm. Reaching far back, opening the hip, being strong on your standing leg. Watch the toes so they're not gripping. Last two, last one, and release. Shake it out. And then back to your squat. This time the arms are going to be forward. I'm going to slowly go into our squat, getting ready here. And down an inch, up an inch, pressing into the TRX. Down, up, down, up. Shoulders are down and back. Now really pull the ribs towards your midline. Feel the sit bones, feel between the sit bones into your pelvic floor. Lengthen through your neck, behind your ears. Really pull it into a lot of length.
5 seconds.
And last few. And that's it. And release. Shake it out. We're gonna get ready, facing away from the anchor point. So lengthen the TRX. And this is our recovery announcement. So you just wanna face away and stretch. So open into a nice V. And then also reach. Sit bones back. So you can really open the shoulders. And then wrap around. And we're gonna go into a push-up. Making sure you got your ribs pulled together. The abs are firm. Keeping the length through your neck. So you want to keep chin and chest close. Especially as you bend into the elbows, don't let your head drop.
5 seconds.
And release. And we're going to come up and we'll go into a tricep extension. So getting ready in your core, glutes, length through the top of the head, and bend, extend, maybe adjust your feet for a little more resistance here. Elbows are close together. Keeping stability in the whole rest of the body, only the arms are moving. Last 5 seconds. And release. And just take a moment to curl in. And we'll be back with the push-ups. Getting ready here, step it back. And we're halfway through. Ten more seconds.
5 seconds.
And release, stretching forward. And rolling up, getting ready for another tricep. Making sure you're aligning your hips. Elbows pushing together, hands pushing together, really feeling into your tricep here. Core very engaged for stability. We're down to the last 10 seconds.
5 seconds.
Last one. And release. Take a nice long stretch here. And that was another cycle of arms.
5 seconds.
Here's our recovery time.
Cycle rest for 30 seconds.
And we're gonna take the TRX down to mid-calf length. So we can put the right foot in and get ready for a lunge here. Jumping forward, these are gonna be pretty quick switches from side to side since we have to switch a leg. So we're gonna start our lunge here. Really leaning into it. So there's a lot of weight in that back foot. Keeping the pelvis squared off and leveled. So make sure you're not dropping to the right side here. Shoulders facing forward. "15 seconds to go. And there we go. Release and switch to the other foot, other leg. Time to square up, to engage, to align, and let's go. Fifteen seconds to go. Last one. And release. We'll switch to the other foot again. So right foot goes back in. We're getting ready. This time we'll stay down though. And we are gonna go into our lunge. Stay down here and just move the back leg, pulling in, pushing out. Feeling into your glutes, lots of stability work here. Aligning the left knee. 14 seconds. Breathing through it, staying low. Last one. And release. Switching to the other side. Aligning, getting ready. And down into the lunge. And back knee in and out. Working into glutes, working into quads and hamstrings. Lots of balance too. Keeping a calm breath. And last one. And release. Stepping out. This is our recovery time. And we're just gonna stand here. Take a roll down. Take the hands behind your back. Letting go of the head, opening the shoulders, stretching the back. And then we're gonna go down on the floor with our heels in the straps. TRX stays on a mid-calf level. So we're gonna have the hands next to us. Gonna start with lifting the pelvis up and down, and up and down. Navel is pulling in. Maybe you even want to have the hands on the stomach to not help with the arms. Breathing through it. Stay with the glutes, stay with the hamstrings. Almost done. And release, swing the legs right and left. Next one will be pelvis up and the legs are opening and closing. So get ready for that. Lifting the pelvis up in the air, open and close. Try to release your shoulders down, release your ribcage down, push through the pelvis, push through your glutes, and work your Abductors here, pushing the legs out, squeezing in. Breathing and wandering through your body with a lot of awareness to optimize, to feel. Got a lot of feedback. Let your body be happy in this position, in this movement. Last one. And release and go right and left to get a nice break, get some blood flow. Next one will be pelvis up, heels pulling in. So we're gonna lift our butt and in and out. So lots of glute and hamstring work. Last two, last one, release, shake it out. One more to go, and then we're gonna move on to the abs. So we're gonna just move in a little bit for a hip press. We're gonna lift the pelvis up into a bridge, all the way up and down, up and down. Keep the shoulders open, making sure you're not pushing through your chest, but through your pelvis, moving from the bottom.
5 seconds.
Last two, last one, and release. And you can pull your knees in, well done.
5 seconds.
And this is our recovery time.
Cycle rest for 30 seconds.
30 seconds to recover and to readjust. You can extend the arms all the way up and reach through the whole body. Take some deep breaths. And then do just a circle with the legs before we start our crunches. Hands behind our head, and we're gonna go crunch and switch and switch and switch. Keeping the legs aligned and twisting at the top. Pelvis stays in the center, nice and stable.
5 seconds.
Last one each, and release. We'll do some more of the circles, like swimming through the legs. One more. And we'll go back to the twisted crunches here. Twist and twist and twist and twist. Pulling the abs in deep, feeling the obliques across. Nice diagonal connection. And last one each. And release. Open the arms now. Swim through your legs one more time. Next one will be arms overhead, and we'll do a crunch all the way up. So you can really crunch all the way. So you're even gonna curl in your tailbone. So oftentimes I do this one with a neutral pelvis, but this time you really wanna crunch from the bottom to get even more intensity in the lower abs. You need a good chin-chest connection right away for your neck. Since we also have a bit of a pace here. Last two. Last one. The last interval, either you do the same as you just did before, or you now try to roll all the way up here. Inhale and exhale, go all the way down. Don't lose the TRX with, just scooting forward a little bit, don't lose the TRX with your heels, so you have to keep some pressure into the straps. Moving and breathing. And we'll do one more. And we'll stay up here. This is our recovery time. We'll have the soles of the feet together. You can have the hands in the straps here and reach forward.
Cycle rest for 30 seconds.
So our next set, our next cycle will be all the plank, side plank, front plank, and side plank. Other side. So we're getting ready. On our right side, we're gonna have both feet in, and we'll start with a nice side plank, pushing up all the way and reaching up, and now open into splits and close. Looking straight ahead, feeling lifted in the shoulder, making sure your core is on. Last 5 seconds. And now try to use your recovery time for a transition into the plank here
5 seconds.
on our forearms. And we're gonna open and close, open and close. You need a lot of abs here, not to hang in the hips and not to hang in the shoulders. Stay lifted. Breathing, refreshing, making sure you're not starting to hang in the lower back. And we'll have the last 5 seconds. Now use your 15 seconds to transition into side plank. On the other side, reaching your arm up. And we're going to be ready for splits. Looking straight ahead, feeling lifted. Engaged in your core and glutes. Hold on, last few, one more. And now transition onto your forearms one more time. This time we're gonna crunch in. Pull your abs in. We're gonna do crunches, bending the knees in. 45 seconds. And keep breathing. Keep pulling the abdominal wall in. Lift off your shoulders. Keep your neck long. Last two. Last one. Release. And sit back. And this is announcing our recovery time. And this time, it is for good. And we're just gonna sit onto our heels and take the hands behind us. Let's push the hips up. And back, seated on the heels. Arms are going up and behind the ears. And then big circle all the way behind you. And then we'll have the right arm going into the diagonal all the way up and over and behind. And we'll have the left arm diagonally forward, reaching all the way up. Enjoy that big circle. And then we'll have both arms up to finish off with the hands, the palms together, feeling nicely aligned, grounded, and strong. Thank you so much for joining. Well done.